David Tepper has become an embarrassment to his franchise. He's become an embarrassment to his city, and he's become an embarrassment to his fans. To walk into a restaurant that has a sign out saying, let the coach and GM make the pick, and decide that you are going to openly chide the manager for doing that, to take the hat off of his head as you lecture him on how to be a fan. I will remind you, David Tepper, that you own a team that you only get to own because fans support it. So for you to act in a way that, frankly, if Bryce Young walked into the same restaurant and did the same damn thing, we would be destroying Bryce Young today. For David Tepper to do that is childish, it's small, and it's a reminder that he does not deserve to own an NFL.
And here's a wild thing to always consider. What do you do when you think nobody's watching you? He had no clue there was a camera pointed at that area of that restaurant when he walks in, and he did something that in a private moment, maybe if hey, Dave, there's a camera as you walk in. Maybe he doesn't do that. Maybe he does. Yet I would assume he probably thought there were more cameras trained on him than look, when you throw a drink at somebody during a game, you throw a drink at somebody in a luxury box, while your GM, who is now your former GM, is behind you, like, I'm gonna stare at the TV, and I didn't see that. I don't know what's going on, but how you carry yourself and the decisions you make when you think nobody's watching probably says a lot. And for him to do that, it's a striking thing that a lot of people see as just absolute, the height of arrogance for someone to come in and just treat someone like that.
Money isn't everything, but I'll tell you what, man, if I was worth $20.6 billion, I would not care one bit what some restaurant
Country Kitchen is saying about you.
And do you have any question now that he has a temper, right?
Right.
He has a fuse, and it is short.
Also,
because this is two things now that have happened where I wonder if the league will go ahead and ignore this, because after what happened, but they didn't ignore. They fined him after he tossed the drink. Now that's in there, but it's another thing where the league
how much
is
did they fine him?
Yeah,
a couple $100,000.
Yeah. The equivalent of a Happy Meal for
him. Equivalent of $1 to an unemployed former NFL vet. You know what I mean?
All I'm saying, and you know this from a player standpoint, you guys get lectured about, remember, you represent the shield, you represent the team. When you're in college, we lecture these kids about, remember, everywhere you go, you represent the logo on your chest. Okay, cool. We should be holding coaches to an even higher standard than that, because they're supposed to be held to that. And we should be holding team owners to the highest of standards of that, because you are the business. You represent the shield at the highest possible level. You are the Carolina Panthers at that point. And if you are that type of person, when you think nobody's watching, you don't deserve to be part of that ownership group. There's only 32 NFL owners in the entire league. How many times can you let somebody continually embarrass you, not from just the product you put on the field, but from the way you act when you walk through the streets, before eventually your peers turn around and say, man, I don't want you representing me anymore.